This is We're Parents. I am going to just hop over on my computer real quick and share this video, and then we will get started. So bear with me for just a second. I just want to make sure that I can share this. Hi, Allie. Good morning. Thanks for jumping on already. All right, so I'm just sharing this, and then we will get going. All right, so share. Let me make sure I have this pulled up so that I can see everybody's comments, which should work because I'm already seeing them. Okay, cool. I think we are good. If you guys have any problems hearing me or anything, just let me know in the comments, and I will try to fix it. We'll see. Okay, so first of all, this is a brand new series here. If you don't know who I am Larisha. I am one half of the We're Parents team. We're Parents is a blog about family, parenting, travel, and food. Our new series starts today, right now, and it's called Will It Work Wednesdays. So the idea behind our series is that we are going to take other bloggers' recipes, and we are going to test out, will they actually work in 30 minutes or less? So it's recipes that we have either found or our friends have submitted, and they say that they can be made in 30 minutes or less. So we are going to test them out over the next few weeks and see if that's actually true. Thanks, Allie. So the idea behind this is that, you know, if you're a parent, you are usually limited on time for dinner. You need to get dinner super quick, especially if you have kids in sports. And if you're just a normal human being, if you're watching this and you don't have kids, you still want to make dinner super fast. So it works for everybody, whether you're a parent or you're not, but we are focused on our parents because that's what we do here. All right, so today we are actually going to be testing out one of our own recipes. We're doing that because we want our blogger friends to just see how this process is going to work. And so if they want to submit their recipe, they know exactly what to expect. So today we are going to be making our homemade sloppy joes and homemade french fries. And I put, I guess the status part of this, I don't know if you can see it while you're watching, but if you should be able to. Anyways, we put the link to the sloppy joes, the link to the recipe for the french fries, and we put another link in there. What was it? Oh, the link to this little thing. This is called an air fryer. If you don't have one, you should. So we put our affiliate link to that in there. All right, so you guys okay? My kids are here, so if something happens, it's probably gonna be them. Just bear with me. All right, so the idea is that I have done nothing yet, including, I haven't even cut up the peppers or anything. Say hello.
Hello. I have a loose tooth.
Okay, all right, you gotta go. So she has a loose tooth, yay. All right, so I've done nothing yet. Well, okay, I'm slightly lying, like this much lying. I washed my vegetables, and I took the chicken, the ground chicken that we're gonna use for the sloppy joes, I took it out of the package. Literally, that's the only two things that I have done. So I want to make sure that you guys know, like, this is legit, 30 minutes, you can do this. So I took like 10 seconds out, okay? I just wanted to make sure that stuff was out of the way because it's kind of confusing. I would have to do that off camera and wash my hands with the chicken. Nobody wants that. All right, so I'm going to use my daughter's iPad, and I am going, you guys see this, it says 0, okay? Guys, I'm a little nervous about this because this is my own recipe, so if I flub up my own recipe, we're gonna be a mess, all right? So, all right, you see it set to 0. I'm going to set the timer, and we are going to rock out this recipe, all right? So start, you guys see that it is now going, and I'm already losing time. So, French fries for this recipe are going to take the longest, so I'm going to start there. I used to peel my potatoes with a knife until Andrew actually showed me how easy it was to use a peeler with potatoes, and so now I use a peeler, and it makes it so much easier and faster. All right, so obviously if you're running really low on time, sloppy joes literally take 10 minutes to make. So if you're running really short on time, you don't have to make homemade french fries. I'm just doing it just because. So you can use like, you know, like a bag of french fries or a bag of tater tots or something like that. And that was gross. And then And then it would cut down on your time. So everything would take like 15 minutes instead. So it could be faster if you wanted it to. But, all right, so this is an air fryer. That was loud, sorry. It has different timers up here, just like an oven would. We're gonna turn it up to the highest setting, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it preheating. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and get it preheating while I cut up the potatoes. Just a tip, if you can make these french fries with the skin on or off. I took it off just because that's how the kids like it best. But these the skins, if you take these and put them in a little bit of oil, you can fry them up and they taste like potato chips. Put a little salt on them and they are so good. So try that if you haven't. All right, so we are just, make sure you guys can see this. We are just going to quarter these, and then we are going to just make sure that we cut them all in about the same size. So it just looks like kind of like a french fry, right? So if you've never made homemade french fries, this is how you make them. You can make them whatever size you want. If you wanted to do potato wedges, you could just leave them like this. If you wanted to do shoestring ones, you could make them smaller. And if you wanted to do like steak fries, you just make them a little bit bigger than we're making them now. The only thing is you just want to make sure, like, whatever you are actually making, that you make them all roughly the same size so that they cook evenly. If you make some like super small, they're gonna get like burnt, and then the bigger ones aren't gonna be done. So you wanna make sure that they're all roughly the same size. And we do for our, so we have so for those of you who don't know us, we have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. So for our family of 4, we typically do 2 to 3 potatoes. So you can gauge it off of that, how many that you would actually need to make for your family. If you guys like french fries, you can obviously make like way more, but this is what we do in our house. Like this one's not the same size. All right, so I'm just gonna finish cutting these up. I said I had like 5 minutes to do this and at like 3.5, so we are pretty much right on schedule of where I wanted to be. So that is exciting because, y'all, I'm a little nervous. I'm sweating just a little bit, but hopefully this works out and it's gonna be a great series. That's the goal, right? All right, so we have all of our french fries cut up now. They are all roughly the same size. So we are going to take our bowl here. I'm throwing these all in here. And again, this recipe is right in the status of this video. It's right in there. So you should have no trouble grabbing it if you want to actually make this. I'm drizzling a little bit of olive oil. And then this is our homemade chicken spice rub, but we use it for everything. And so I'm just gonna toss a little bit of that in here. And then we are going to mix all of this together. If you like a lot of seasoning, you can add more. If you like less seasoning, you can add less. It's completely up to you guys. All right, so I'm actually going to add a little bit more. All right, so this is what our french fries look like before they go into the air fryer. I'm going to grab a towel. Hold on. I thought I had a towel there and I didn't, so sorry. All right, so I'm gonna sit that there. So we are going to open our air fryer. So if you've never seen an air fryer, it's literally, it just has a basket. This basket comes out. You can cook a bajillion different things in it, but it gives you that fried taste, like not taste, but like that fried crunch of things without actually having to use oil and fry it. So we are gonna throw our french fries into here. And we are going to set this for 10 minutes because we're gonna have to flip it after that. All right, so we are at 5 minutes and 21 seconds, so we are right on time. All right, I'm gonna get rid of these potato skins for now and move on to the next thing. All right, so actually starting to make our sloppy joes now. The first thing that we need to do is cut red and yellow peppers and a red onion. So you want about 1/3 cup of each one of those. So I am going to start cutting that up. should be like a little more than half of each one. I always start with half and then I cut more like as I need it to. I'm not a professional chef by like any means, so judge my knife skills if you want, but I'm not. So I'm just a regular mom. All right. So we have our onion, we have our pepper. Obviously you want to take the seeds. I'm just making a mess all over the counter. Obviously you want to take the seeds and the stemmy part, Lord, out of the peppers. If you guys have any questions like while I do this, feel free to ask. I should be able to see most of your comments. If I don't, I will definitely answer it after. But, hi Cassandra. So I'm just slicing this and then I'm gonna dice it up. Obviously another tip, if you wanna do this a lot faster, that you can, if you got the food processor or one of those little chopping machines for stuff like this, let me move this out of the way. You guys can see everything, right? I think we're good. All right, so we're just gonna chop this into like a fine dice. Obviously, if you wanna do it faster, you can use one of those things that I just said, but this is just what I do. And it should still work on time, let's hope, right? All right, so depending on your family's preferences, you can dice this like super, super fine, or if your family likes something a little bit chunkier, you can do that too. Andrew is the pickiest person in the entire world, at least that I know. Well, him and my mom compete sometimes, but he doesn't like a lot of chunky things in his food, so I try to get it pretty small. So I'm gonna just leave it like that for now, and then I'm gonna add the onion in here, and then we're gonna see how we're doing. Again, no judging my knife skills. I actually took a knife skill class. I wasn't doing that bad, but I was like, they were like telling me like you hold this here and then I'm supposed to on this side hold my like knuckles down. I was like, do you know how uncomfortable that actually feels? It didn't happen after that class. I was doing it in the class. I was like, this is just awkward. So that stopped real fast. All right. Maybe I should have used one of those little choppy things. I think I'm like so nervous. I don't know why. I do live videos with you guys, like not all the time anymore, but I did do them for a while. And today, I don't know why. I'm like just extra nervous. So I think the majority of it is because like I feel like I'm on this time crunch. Like I have to get this done in 30 minutes or y'all gonna think I'm crazy. But let's just hope this all works. All right, so I'm supposed to have 1/3 cup of each. I typically don't measure, but I'm going to, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna measure. All right, so that's 1/3 cup right there. So I have a little bit of extra. I'm just going to throw this over here for now. And then I should have 1/3 cup of peppers too. Well, 2/3, because I'm supposed to have 1/3 of each. All right, so that's a little over. We're just gonna go with it. All right, so I need to cut this up. Don't y'all laugh at me. I'm just gonna cut this up just a little more fine, just because that's how our family prefers it, and I actually plan to eat this afterwards. So I'm gonna make sure that everybody will eat it, and we're gonna spend a little bit more time chopping this up. All right. In the knife skill class, they told you to put your finger on the spine of the knife like that. Yeah, so like this, they were like, put your finger here, Allie. And then this hand was supposed to be like this the whole time with my like knuckles down. I was like, no. I don't know. They were also using like an insanely sharp knife, and my knife is sharp, but it wasn't sharp like that. So if you're a professional chef, just don't mind me. All right. So we have that. This is pretty good. So let me just show you. This is just our combination of red onion, red pepper, and a yellow onion. A yellow pepper. Just do it one more time, just for good measure. Wipe it off. You said that's not correct. That's what she told me. I swear. It was a class at Williams-Sonoma. And that's what she told me to do. To hold my hand, like, hold my finger like this. Don't kill the messenger. That's what she told me. All right, let's see how we're doing on time. My daughter's password is... Okay. So we're at 11 minutes and 15 seconds right now. We are going to move over to the stove at this point. So bear with me. I'm going to sit this over there, and then I'm going to move you guys with me. All right. So let me sit this over here. I'm going to move you guys. All right. I'm going to put this up just a little bit so y'all not looking at all my cleavage. If you're a professional chef, just... I'm serious. All right. Y'all see how red? I'm nervous today. My like cheeks are red. If you watch me for a long time, you know that this does not happen. All right. It's a little hot. I need to open a window or something. All right. Let me move this back so y'all don't just get all my big head. Hi, Alyssa. I haven't seen you in forever. Okay. I've got to focus. I'm on a time crunch. All right. So if you are just joining, we are doing our new series, Will It Work Wednesdays, where we are trying to cook an entire dinner in 30 minutes or less and see if it actually works. All right, wait. I turned this up too high because now y'all can't see the skillet. Hold on. Let me put y'all down a little bit. All right. You guys can see that, right? Hold on. Let me tilt. Can y'all see? We good? Okay. All right. So I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny bit of olive oil in here. I'm going to turn this on to medium heat. Hold on. While that is heating up just a little bit, I'm just going to show you all one thing. Hold on. I got to move this back. Hold on. All right. So our timer just went off for 10 minutes on our french fries that we're making. So I'm going to pull this out. You can see they're starting to get a little golden, but not really. But, yes, hurry.
Can I have more?
Not right now. Go, please.
Can I have more milk?
Okay, in a minute. Okay, let me finish my video. So I'm just stirring these up just so that they don't stick to the bottom, because sometimes with the french fries they do that. So I literally just stirred it. I'm going to pop it back in here for another 10 minutes. Where's 10? Where's 10? Okay. Let's see how we're doing on time. What did I say we had? Hold on. All right, let me move you guys back over here. All right. So we're at 13 minutes. So we're already almost halfway there. Okay. You guys can see this, right? We're good? You're giving me this answer. Y'all know I give real life. Okay, hold on. Before I burn the oil. So I'm going to take the onions, peppers, and yeah, it's just onions and peppers. And I'm going to put that in here. All right. I am going to stir this around. And we're just going to let this cook for like a minute. Don't be nervous, we're all friends here. Thank you. Okay. So we're just going to cook this for like a minute, and then we are going to add the chicken. And remember, the only thing I said that I did before I started the timer, I washed the vegetables and I put the ground chicken into a bowl. That's the only thing I did. I just didn't want it to be like one of those actual TV food chefs who like touch all the chicken and stuff and then they don't wash their hands and they keep cooking and then they eat the food somehow at the end. Like, no, that's not me. It's disgusting. Like, how, I still don't get how they do that. I'm assuming like somebody else brings food out at the end or something, but I'm like, y'all are disgusting. They're like putting their hand in like the whole like pile of salt and stuff. No. All right, so we let that cook for like a minute. We have ground chicken. I'm starting to be like vegetarian, vegan type of thing. So like ground meat is like, any meat is kind of like weird to me right now. I was like, this looks so weird. We're using ground chicken. We've used ground turkey before. We've used ground beef before. If you hunt and you have deer meat, you can use that. Like it doesn't matter. In this recipe, it doesn't matter at all. So we're just gonna stir this together. I just threw it on top of the thing. So I gotta clean that afterwards now. Calm down, let's breathe. Let's breathe through this. So we're just gonna brown this up. Try not to throw all of it over the side of the pan. It just keeps falling out. Do you guys see that? It just keeps like splattering over. I don't know that I've ever done this, but you guys know that every time I do a live video, something happens. Let's just hope the smoke detectors don't go off today. If you've watched me for a really long time, you know that that happens more than once. So the plan is for that not to happen today. Alright, so we're just going to keep cooking this. It's going to take like 5 minutes or so for that to happen. In the meantime, make sure I don't miss any comments. I don't think so. I think we're good. Alright. So this is just about done. Again, this is over medium heat. I guess like medium high to cook this. Alright. So that is just about done. It's just to the point of where like it's almost all the way cooked through, but it's gonna keep cooking as we add the rest of this stuff. So I start to add the rest of this stuff before it's like completely done. Alright, so the rest of the stuff. So obviously you can use a can, but a can has like a lot of ingredients in it that you don't want to use when you're making sloppy joes. So we make it completely homemade. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to add some garlic powder. I add a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder. It's really weird to like actually be measuring with you guys too, because usually I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. But it's okay. Alright, we are going to add a teaspoon and a half of just regular yellow mustard. A sloppy joe is literally just yellow mustard, ketchup, and brown sugar. And garlic powder. Like, this is not a hard recipe. It's super easy. I did that Sunday brownie short ribs, and my oldest is learning about fire safety at preschool. She freaked out on them. You had to do a fire drill. That's adorable and hilarious all at the same time. Alright, so we're doing 3/4 cup of ketchup. And again, if you guys don't, if you either can't hear me or you don't catch it, I put the links to all of the recipes that we're doing today inside of the status. So you can just grab them from there. Your handmade sauce. Oh, thank you. I love that you love my sauces. All right, and then so we did garlic powder, mustard, and ketchup, and the last thing we're gonna do is brown sugar. So we're gonna do a tablespoon of brown sugar, and then we're just gonna combine all of this stuff together. We are almost done. And that's like literally, this is one of my favorite recipes because I know like a lot of people's kids, they have problems getting their kids to eat vegetables and stuff. So this is how, you know, we got the pepper in there, we got the onions in there, and if your kids are really, really picky, just keep chopping it up until like it's super, super tiny, because the ketchup is going to mask some of that, some of the look. And then it'll just blend in with the way the meat looks. Guys, you're being too loud. Hold on, please. You're being too loud. Thank you. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, or husbands. Or grandmas. Because my mom is just as picky. She's like, ew, you put onions in there. It's going to be too spicy. That's my mom. Alright, so we are going to add the last thing. Alright, so the last thing we are going to do is add salt and pepper. Obviously, this will depend on your own taste, so I always say just add salt and pepper to your taste. We personally don't. I hide veggies in almost everything, and my kids aren't picky, so I still hide them. It's just a good way to get like things in everybody. We don't add a lot of salt because we've gotten used to it, because Andrew used to have high blood pressure, so we've kind of just weaned off of it and been okay. Are you okay? Of course there's someone crying. But we like pepper, so we add a lot of pepper. What's the matter? Okay, just hold on. Alright guys, so this is done. I'm gonna move this over and then move you guys back over. Can you come here, please? It wouldn't be a video of my house without somebody crying. Alright, let me turn this on. Alright, so let's see how we're doing on time. We are at 21 minutes. Please hold for the crying kid. Come here. What's the matter? You hurt yourself. No. Serenity, back away, please. What happened? You were trying to stand on the cushions?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to try again? Okay, go. Love you. It wouldn't be my house without. If they're not bleeding, they're okay. Exactly. Alright. Alright, so that just dang. Rang? Whatever, this just went off. Yes. I need 5 more minutes, okay? Alright, so this is our Sloppy Joe mixture, right? And then, guys, shh. I feel like I'm screaming over them. Alright, so we are going to pull these out. I'm going to, I don't want that. I'm going to toss these around just to see, and they are perfect. Alright, so you guys see these, right? Homemade French fries. I will use this to put this on here. I have like so much stuff going on right now on this counter. I need like one of those people that come and like sweep things off for you. They're not here today. All right, let me get all this out the way. All right, so we have French fries. All right, I might be able to get this open. All right, regular bun. You can use bread, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I literally only bought buns for this recipe to show you guys on live today. I typically just use regular bread because I don't got time for buying buns. Like, it's just not a necessity. I guess you can add that to the list of things that millennials are gonna kill because we're killing everything else. So, add your Sloppy Joes on top of this. If you wanna toast your buns, go for it. So, there you go. Sloppy Joes and homemade French fries. And let's check. I'm gonna hit stop. 23 minutes and 57 seconds. And I stopped for a screaming kid. I think that's pretty good. I don't know about y'all, but it is. French fries are perfect. I'm not taking a bite of my Sloppy Joe. Well, actually, you know what? I will. Not the sandwich, because then I'm going to be like one of those people trying to talk. It's perfect like usual. Everything is done. Under 25 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this recipe and you want the actual ingredient list and you didn't get the ingredient list, I put everything. Stop. Can you please stop for 2 minutes? I am almost done. No, go.
Sloppy Joes.
She's like, I want Sloppy Joes. If you want the recipe for this, I put everything in the status, including a link to the air fryer if you want to look at that. Do you love your air fryer? I just can't decide if I need. Okay. Honestly, do you need it? No. But did you need an Instapot? And did you need, you know, all these other gadgets? No. But seriously, this thing cooks potatoes, baked potatoes, French fries, hash browns better than anything that I have ever used. And so I swear by it for potatoes. I've made pies in it, chicken, like, I love this thing. So, do you need it? No. Should you want it? Yes. And I'm pretty sure the link that I put up on Amazon has a $10 off coupon for it right now. So, I'm not trying to convince you, but it's on sale. So, again, if you guys have any questions, you can always add questions afterwards. hours and I will come back to it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first day of Will It Work Wednesdays. We will be back next Wednesday with a recipe from another blogger that is not us. And we will be testing out their recipes, so that it's next Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to see me flub around and not scream at my kids and deal with all of this mess, I would love for you to join me next week. Bye, guys.